They didn't send us out to win the war. They sent us out to watch it. We were LRRP's Long Range Recon Patrol. 6-man teams dropped into places the map might as well have mocked theirs. Our job: find them, count them, call it in, and get out without a trace. This was 69 Central Highlands. Call sign Phantom 24. I was the RTO radio on my back, car my S-15 in my hands. We got the mission in a sweaty talk tent. The major tapped a circle on the map. Truck traffic here. Probably a way station off the trail. You are not going out there to start a firefight. You are going out there to count and report. He said it like a threat. We flew in near dusk. The Huey barely kissed the top of a stripped ridge before we were off, crouched, and then alone. The rotor noise faded and the jungle swallowed everything. "All right," our team leader, Kane, said quietly. "Ghost mode." We moved off the ridge slow, no talking, no snapping branches, spread out just enough to see one another. The air was thick, the kind that sticks to your lungs. First day was nothing but walking and listening. Old fire pits, old tracks, nothing fresh. We set in for the night in a small fold in the terrain. No fire, one man awake at a time. Around midnight, we heard engines. Far off at first, just a low growl. By first light, we'd crept to a knoll overlooking a narrow scar of dirt in the jungle. The trail. We dug in shallow, covered with leaves and branches. A convoy rolled past canvas-covered trucks, escort troops in the beds, bicycles skirting the sides. I counted quietly through binoculars and keyed the radio. Sunrise. This is Phantom 24. Convoy on road. Stand by for numbers. I gave them truck count, direction, visible weapons. Orders came back. Stay hidden, keep eyes on, do not engage. By midday, we tracked them to a small way station, tucked just off the trail fuel drums under trees. Bunkers dug into a low rise. Trucks parked in the shade while men unloaded crates. Bingo. We settled into Overwatch and called it in. Estimated strength, layout, what looked like fuel and ammo. Air was on the way. That was the plan, anyway. What wasn't in the plan was someone spotting us. I don't know who burned us. Maybe a glint-off glass. Maybe some old farmer with good eyes. It started with a shout from the clearing. Then frantic movement. Men grabbing rifles, diving into bunkers. A second later, rounds started cracking into the trees above us, blind fire at first. Then more focused. "Looks like we're made," Kane said. Figures began working up the slope toward us, spread out, cautious. One guy in faded uniform stepped into view 10 yards below, rifle up, eyes scanning just a little to the side of where I was. I didn't want to fire first. First shot gives everything away. He took 2 more slow steps. Another man fanned out behind him. "Left side, 10 yards," I whispered. Kane didn't hesitate. "Take them." I squeezed off a short burst. The lead man went down, sliding. The second sprayed rounds back up the hill, bark and dirt exploding around us. Then the whole hillside lit up in fire from multiple angles, rounds zipping through leaves and smacking into the little bit of earth we had for cover. "Controlled fire," Kane shouted. "Keep them off the crest." Our M60 chattered in short bursts, cutting into shapes between trees. Someone below lobbed a grenade too short. It thumped and showered us with dirt. I slammed the handset to my mouth. Sunrise, Phantom 24. We are compromised and in contact. Squad-size enemy pushing our position. Need air on that way station now. "Phantom, this is Hammer Lead," came a new voice. "Fast movers overhead. Pop smoke to mark your position. We'll hit off your mark." Kane tossed me a smoke. "Behind us," he said. "Short, so we don't paint ourselves." I popped a yellow smoke and rolled it back. It hissed and billowed, drifting over the trees. "Hammer, yellow smoke is our position," I said. "Target 50 meters downhill. Due south road, trucks, fuel, bunkers. Danger close. Copy, Phantom. Get your heads down." We hugged the dirt. The jets came in with that ripping howl. First pass, guns. The clearing below flashed and erupted as rounds tore through vehicles and men. Second pass, bombs. The ground punched us like a fist. Heat rolled over the slope. When the smoke started to drift, gunfire from below was thinner. Panicked. "We're done here," Kane said. "Break contact west. Bound it. Move." We peeled off the knoll, moving fast in short bounds. 2 men cover, others move, then swap. Rounds chased us for a bit, then faded. I called in our movement and requested extraction at a small clearing we picked as LZ Bravo. Birds were inbound in minutes. We set a tight perimeter around the LZ, waiting. Every rustle in the trees making my finger tighten on the trigger. A Huey finally roared in low, flared, and we loaded in sequence, one after another, nobody bunching at the doors. Once we were airborne, I let myself breathe again. The clearing and the jungle slid away under us. The crew chief grinned and shouted over the engine noise. "Heard you stirred up a hornet's nest down there." "We just watched trucks," I yelled back. "You guys did the stirring." Back at base, our scribbles and reports turned into neat lines on a board. Logistics site located, airstrike conducted, X trucks destroyed, Y structures damaged, friendly KIA wire 0. On paper, it looked clean. What stuck with me wasn't the numbers. It was that one NVA soldier's face as he climbed toward us, squinting into the trees, having no idea 6 guys and a radio were the only thing between his trail and a very bad day. Being LRRP wasn't about big battles. It was about living behind their lines just long enough to point bigger guns at them, and hoping the jungle didn't notice you before the jets showed up.